we are not going to be taking any such of crap for which you have done, defaming my son and sabotaging his career.
नित्यानन्दं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादि लक्ष्यम् एकं नित्यं विमलमजलं सर्वधी साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तं नमामि.
I am Nithyananda. I am here to share the enjoyment, the entertainment of Gurukul. With me, Ma Vimuktananda is there, Shri Nithya Gangadharananda is there, Pranav Swami is there. So, just let me start with my introduction. I am Shri Nithya Vimuktananda. I am basically from Bombay. I lived in Bombay for 25 plus years. I run a software company, and I'm successfully running my marriage for last 22 plus years, and I'm connected with Swamiji for last 12 plus years. From 2010, I'm with Swamiji, teaching. I'm following him as a devotee. I am part of a sangha too. So this is a session. I will just share some of my experience and how I made a decision to put my only one son. That time he was Ashwath Mani, now he is Sri Nithya Gangadharananda. It's a beautiful journey. As a parent, I wanted to share with that. So, Ma Vimuktananda, you want to introduce yourself?
Nithyanandam, I'm Ma Nithyananda and I'm part of the Sangha since 2010, as how Shri Amita just mentioned. Our only son, Ashwath, now Gangadhara, he's been in Gurukul since the last 9 plus years, and it's been a beautiful journey. The transformation that I have seen in him is so amazing. I remember, since we are coming from a Tamil Brahmin family. Of course, we have our own way of living, the way how we live. Of course, it is typically the Brahminical way of living. But we lived in a metropolitan city like Mumbai, where all the kids, I have seen so many kids having so many kind of food patterns and a lot of challenges people face in the daily, how to adjust the daily routine, live a healthy life. It is a big challenge out there in metro cities. So same way when Gangadhara was there, when he was with us, he also faced all these challenges. I could see that he was getting addicted to junk food. He was getting addicted to TV gadgets. It was all becoming very difficult actually to handle, and I was not seeing any future for him out there. It's only that when we came here to Swamiji, when we got associated with Gurukul, when we saw how kids are, living here and what are the things that we are learning here, that is when we felt that this probably would be the right place for him to nurture him, to bring him to open up different dimensions in him. So that is when we decided that he should be here. That's the reason we came here and we put him into Gurukul. So after that, the transformation that we have seen in him, breaking the food patterns, the sleep patterns, and living a healthy and energetic life, an active life, is what we have seen here. He has grown up to become such a wonderful being also. So innocent and sensitive, and at the same time so responsible, and taking up activities in the temple and learning so many things. He has learned chanting in such a beautiful way. Since we are belonging to a Brahmin family, this would have probably been the most biggest challenge for us, being in a metro city, that he should be rooted to to probably chanting and learning Sanskrit and all these things, which became possible here. And he has definitely picked it up very well, and I'm so happy that he is living a very complete and beautiful life here.
Exactly. So, as Ma Vimukta said, I wanted to tell you the difference of what's, how the way in which we are bringing up the kids in the outer world, and how really our Nithyananda Gurukul is helping the kids to, bring all this, beautiful things in a very better and easy way. So, as Ma was saying, that food patterns. Okay, obviously, I'm sure all of you watching this, even if you're from metro or not from metro, you will agree with me, or maybe from out of India, you will easily agree with me. Every kids today, the biggest problem kids are facing is obesity, right? Obesity, like you can't control it. You can't control it, and at the age of 25, 30, they get into a lot of issues. Okay, and being in Mumbai, the junk foods are very easily available, and that was one of the issues for him. And not only for him, I think I will agree with me, for every one of us. But once if the kids come over here, the right context has been given. So I'm just seeing so many allegations happening outside that we are not giving up, foods not being properly served, and niragara. So many things are being floated outside in the market. I just wanted to say these are absolutely a trash, absolutely a trash. All the best food with the right context has been given to the kids. I am here inside. I'm staying here for last 1 year. I'm involved in this organization for last 12 plus years. I know it, the kind of a food my kid is eating here. I can challengingly say no parents can just afford to give this out. It's not about money. It's not about money. It's not about the kind of money you spend on the food. It's about the way in which the care has been taken care. The care has been given for the food, and what time they have to eat, how to eat. And I'll tell you one thing, they are not eating food as a food, they just got a practice of eating food as a naivedyam. Okay, this is a very simplest thing. Probably if you are from a spiritual background, you understand what I mean to say. It's not a food eating, it's just absolutely a naivedyam eating, taking naivedyam of it. So the context of eating, why you are eating, what for I'm eating. I'll tell you one incident. He was in Bombay. I took him after a couple of years. Around 7, he was with me for some of our personal work. 7-8 hours he was not eating. So I was just telling him, shall we go there and grab something? He said no. He said the environment is absolutely not good. Okay, it is not a way of Hindi way of eating. Let me be with the fruits. Let me not take a thing. And I think in one of the hotel we went, it was a lot of in Bombay. Just we thought he would be missing a lot, so we went to hotel, and then he was simply saying, no, I won't eat here. I'm not finding, correct? And you remember, right? He said, no, it's a completely a Western way of thinking. What is the music and all? I'm not just comfortable with that. So it is not about food starving or not giving a food. It is the Hindu way of eating the food. Okay, and any Hindu who comes from the background of upavas or niragara or naivedyam, this all terminology would be knowing to you, and you would be interrupting in right way, not in so-called human rights way or something like that. Okay, it is being, we all, whatever happening here, let me tell you once again, let me reiterate, whatever happening to my kid, I'm being absolutely been informed about it. Okay, it is nothing, if any, what is, how they are waking up yoga, people have to, we have to wake up kid for the yoga. And when we are put here, we know very well that 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, they have to wake up for yoga and do it. It is a part of, system in it, right? So, yes, when he was there, they used to wake up at whatever the time they wish. But when we come here, we know very well what kind of the changes the kid has to go. Yes, is it clear? Yeah. So, Ma, I wanted to listen from you as a mother. I know that the way in which he was there, how what all trouble you have gone through, and how this change. Even Gangadhara, you can just say, like how you have, overcome or you have adapted these changes, and what is the benefit you got out of it. You can just share it.
At first, initially not having junk food because as being along with friends, I was very used to very habituated. Um, okay, rather telling routinated to eat junk food literally because um, that's the kind of friend circle I had along with me. Like we were very much attached to like junk food and all that stuff. So when we came here immediately, of course, it was not a cultural shock completely to me because we are already Hindus, so the kind of food that is here we eat. So it was not a complete cultural shock, but still that attachment to junk food, that craving was still there. That craving really broke when um, we followed a rule like after we take kavi, the Bhaudika Brahmacharya. In the sannyasa paddhati, it says that a sannyasi must eat food that is cooked only by a sannyasi. Any grahastha or any other order cannot cook food and offer for a sannyasi to eat. So, just knowing that that's how it is there in the shastras, that's how it is there in the scriptures, I was like, okay, then that's it. No more eating. Even I remember once when I went back to home after taking the Bhaudika Brahmacharya, I went back to the home for some power demonstration. Then I remember that at that time I didn't know how to cook. So I asked my mother to even teach me how to cook. That was the time I started learning how to cook, and I used to cook and used to eat. So literally sticking on to that uh, prescription, the injunction from the scriptures of the sannyasa paddhati of how a sannyasi is supposed to live, that really gave me the strength and confidence that yes, this is how we have to live. Then even the incident which he talked about that we had gone to Tirchendur once and we are not able to we are staying in a hotel, so we are not able to cook food and eat at that time. So as literally for a long time just on fruits and milk.
And there are certain occasions we went to some ashram, and certain occasions we went to hotel, and we find a way of cooking and eating it.
Yes.
The point I'm saying is, it's about how Nithyananda Gurukul is so beautifully evolving and guiding the kids to follow the procedures of how the Bhaudika Brahmacharya has to live on. Right? So that's one part. Swami, you want to add something?
Yes. Being here as a sannyasi since 2003 and living with Swamiji, I am blessed to have a sannyasi initiation from directly Swamiji. And I am taking care of kids, and also I am taking care of their health, hygiene, and also Swamiji is very, very particular about what they are eating is they are becoming that.
Correct.
So here we have our agricultural land, more than 40 acres, specifically Swamiji blessed and gave us. Only we should give the kids organic.
Okay.
All the fruits, vegetables, what we are culture and we are doing agriculture. So we are getting all those items and then cooking ourselves. As Maharaj told, we the sannyasis, we cook ourselves and then we serve to all the kids.
Correct.
So it is a healing, energized food, and which is the sattvic food we are giving. And every time after when they have the food, it is not only they are blessed with having that food, and it is energy and it is a direct blessing from them.
Correct.
So the balanced, nutritious diet we are giving every kids, and they are growing.
So it's a sattvic, not starving. Right? So it's absolutely a sattvic and not starving. I'm just giving this example that how the metro living boy with for the matter, any boy from outer world coming with a food pattern so beautifully evolved over the period of time, and following our Hindu Sanatana Dharma scriptures. So that's why I've taken few examples and just to tell that.
I just want to add another incident. I remembered when he was bringing up the point of sattvic but not starving. This was when I recently joined Gurukul. I was like less than 1.5 months. That time Swamiji was physically here. So we were having a teamly breakfast. I think Ma Avimukta might remember. we were having a teamly breakfast, and Swamiji had called for a parents meeting. He wanted to talk to all the parents of Gurukul kids. So that day, I remember I think there was gulab jamun. Like I picked up a lot of gulab jamun. I just came, sat next to Swamiji, and I was eating happily. So she got, she looked at my place. She got freaked out. Like, what are you doing? Why so much? Then Swamiji heard her telling this to me. His first response was, "Ma, don't worry. Let him eat how much ever he wants. Anything cooked inside the ashram, how much ever he eats, he will not become fat. So let him eat how much ever he wants, and he will not even become attached or incomplete with that food. It will just bring him more and more completion."
Exactly. So beautiful. So here the food what we eat, the sattvic, and the food bringing completion and truly following the guidelines of Bhautika Brahmacharya. And one more point, I just once again it triggered me what Swamiji said. When he came here, anybody can look at the photo of him of when he was 11-year-old, 12-year-old, and how he become later. So Swamiji very nicely commented that you gave a Ganesha to me, I made him as a Kartikeya. So so this is a comment he gave to Mahavimukta on how he sized and rightly sized. So that's a fun note on that.
Also, I would like to add here, as a mother, I always had this fear that, when he was there, he was attached to junk food so much. So, I always had a fear, what if he doesn't get it? What he will do? How he will manage? So, after this food pattern got broke, actually, I can see that he can survive on absolutely anything. I mean, it is such a relief. He can simply live on fruits, or probably if he goes out anywhere, and he can just eat whatever he wants, whatever he gets. Of course, he will be careful about what he's going to eat, but at least that fear that, oh my God, he is not going to have burgers, he's not going to have pizzas, how is he going to survive? That fear itself, it was a big relief for me that now he is adjusted and accustomed to any kind of food, especially, of course, the kind of food, the sattvic food that we eat, the healthy food especially. And it was really a big relief, and the transformation was amazing. And because of that food, see, Swami always says that it is very important what we eat, that only we become, right? So that is what this food is a very important aspect, is what I could see. And after that food pattern broke and he started eating the right food, amazing transformation has happened in him, on the thought level, on the body level, and on all dimensions. That is what I could see. Be it his chanting, be it his academics, be it whatever it is. Whatever it is. Through the years, we have seen tremendous, transformation in him. And the way he is actually handling each and everything in his life, absolutely there is so much clarity, and it really makes a lot of difference. That is what I could see, and I was really relieved actually as a mother that now he is capable of handling himself in a much better way.
Exactly. Well, Manoj, you wanted to add anything on it? Just I wanted to know, like, for you, how you came here and there were a lot of questions from the society, whenever anything happening on media and other things, always, relatives and other things come. How did you manage it? How did you stick on to that? And even to the extent you have completed us also, like as a parent you completed us, and you other relatives also, you could be able to stand and complete them. How this transformation has happened?
For me, personally, like talking honestly speaking, initially, what really gave me the strength of being standing here, deciding to just be here, is looking at like both of you, like how devoted you are to Swamiji, how integrated you are, with what decision you guys have put me here. Looking at that, I decided to just stay here. That's your strength gave me strength to be able to stand here. That was the first booster, first head start. Then after that, as I started evolving more and more, in the temple, then that gave me a root, like a strong root that yes, this is my life and this is what I'm going to be doing for years now. Running temples, running adinams, and that's going to be what I'll be doing for years together.
So, why I'm just bringing this topic is, many of the parents, you will agree with me, how difficult to root your kids. Okay? So much oscillations they go through here and there, here and there, here and there. Even though there are a lot of pressures, how many kids break, break themselves, break, their parents, break whatever they possible, and get out of. They don't know how to handle this pressure at all. But here, at least to my knowledge, the way in which the kids have been asked to maintain the pressure and hold on to Swamiji teaching is something amazing. I can very, very confidently say that because it's not only I'm handling, I'm seeing, I'm part of this whole inside Gurukul. Swamiji is running an outside Gurukul also. So many schools and so many students. I'm involved in the life as a e-Gurukul. So at least I can say few thousand kids and few hundred parents we personally, touch base and other things. So we know that how difficulty to make this current modern kids to root them onto something. Okay, so be it a sleeping pattern, be it any other pattern, it's so difficult. Here there is a system, there is an ecosystem. With the compassionate of Swamiji, it's so beautifully evolved, and every kid know the responsibility in a depth, so that any attack comes. Okay, first of course our rooted was there. Then after that slow and steadily you start evolving with your temple work and other things, and connecting to the Swamiji, connecting to his teaching, and for deep inside the way in which you connected to Swamiji, that brought, and many times without he even convincing, any of our any kind of attacks comes and other things, he just sit and answer. People start getting convinced. I saw that. We used to go there and talk to many people and try to convince. He just come and just say something and all other people just get convinced. Right? So that happens many times. So Martha, you wanted to share something like how this deep rooted things and how individually and personally he evolved.
Yes. So see, as a parent and also as an acharya of e-Gurukul, I've been associated, as we said, that we have been associated with hundreds of parents and so many of the kids. I have seen the children facing these issues. They are not able to handle themselves properly. There is a lot of oscillation in the thoughts. All this, Swamiji is just striving hard to reach out this kind of an ecosystem even in the outer world. That is where e-Gurukul plays a role. And we were holding so many kids, and we are holding so many kids and trying to imbibe this same, at least a part of this ecosystem into them, so that they are able to, lead a powerful life and powerful cognition. Here, what I have seen is that whatever issues they face, see, there have been so many backlashes happening here, so many persecutions and everything. I have always seen uh, the students here, the Gurukul kids, and of course I've seen Gangadhara, they have been pretty much grounded on the whole thing. They know that they are rooted on Swamiji's teachings, and they are able to, with their inner space, when their inner space is so powerful, when they are giving an answer, people are convinced about it. People are, they are believing it. When we are trying to convince somebody something, it is not happening sometimes. But when the kids are speaking, when they are speaking with a powerful space, because they are living that space day in day out, they are living that space here in this Vatavarana, in this ecosystem. They are living this space. So when they are talking about this, we know it's not only about Gangadhara, it's about every other Gurukul kid here. When they are talking about when they are giving their take on these persecutions and everything, they are just speaking their voice out. They are speaking from that powerful space which they are living. So it is definitely this powerful space which Swamiji has gifted them, which will equip them to handle anything in life. This is a big relief as a mother. That's what I feel.
So yeah, so one more point I was mentioning earlier, and we belong to Brahmin family. If you take my grandfather and his clan, a few of them served Kanchi Mahapriyava, and maybe Mahavimukta's mother's grandfather also was Sanskrit professors in 1916 at Sanskrit college. So they were very simple. No, that time there is no this kind of laws, this and other things are there. They were simply following Guru Sishya Parampara. they just go and completely believe on Guru. Okay, they just take up. That's what they say. I take up my kid and give it to Guru. Swamiji said one word, and it's very clear. I strongly believe this. Any given point of time, Guru can bring up the kids better than parents. Some people may agree, may not agree, but I'm absolutely thoroughly convinced about it. Yes, sometimes I may not be in a position to take it. Sometimes I may have to, get into the completion space to come to the terms with that, but that's all different. It's a simple fact. Sun rises in the east. Like that, how that is true. Similarly, Guru can bring up the kids better than any other so-called current parent. So whenever there is anything issue, Swamiji always talk about how his mother was holding the space for him to his good. That's what I keep on go back and just nourish it. It's a simple. I had an opportunity to talk to the great mother many of the times. I spent a couple of days with her as family. She came once to Bombay and we were just spending a time. That's always, more, of course, Swamiji, satsang and other things, but the simple mother, the confidence she gives us is simple. She simply believes Guru, that's all. Guru first, remaining all other things, we'll just see it later. That gives us a pure completion. Let's just see what he's doing, let's just follow what he's saying, then we'll see what. I don't think any law or anything can be, of course, and completely respect to law and other things. We respect the law of the land, all things are there. But first, the Guru comes first. Then the second thing happens. That's what I strongly believe. It's not a belief, it's a very common thing. And it's proved in our John. I've seen that whoever has followed that, who followed this kind of a thing, their generation has absolutely come up in a beautiful way. I have seen many people who trying to break the system and illegally calling themselves as they are a very super Brahmins. You are doing nothing but killing Sanatana Dharma. Okay. If anybody killing, destroying this Guru Sishya Parampara, directly or indirectly, I don't know what to call you as. Traitors and all this are very small terms. Rakshasas, these are very small terms. And you will have your own courses and you will be meeting that with your karma. So I am very simple and straightforward. For me, the law is basically Guru Sishya. So I have just given to him and I know he is there to take care of it completely. So remaining all things are absolutely a dust for me. All other allocations, all other, this kind of media hype news, all other things are absolutely nothing for me, and we strongly believe whatever this so-called this channel and all this media, whatever the things comes are absolutely, I'm not even 0.1% I'm agreeing with that. That's truly a false. And by the way, you are not supposed to involve with my family, right? If anybody is there, you have problem with your system, you have problem with your kid, you go there and do whatever the idiotic thing you want to do. Who gave you the bloody right to come and say some allegation about my kid, my family? I am here living as a family, ready, I am enjoying it, I am involved in it, I am part of this organization. How dare you can come and do all this stupidity to me? This is really, it's like you are coming and taking my cloth. I am really hurt by that, and I am very seriously. We are going to take some kind of an action against it. Okay? This is absolutely not acceptable, and it matters, right? We are enjoying it, we are happy about it. Somebody comes and just put all this. It's creating a bloody drama.
Yes. See, we don't want anybody intruding into our family space because we are here as an ecosystem. In this ecosystem, we are living happily as a family. And everything, what is happening here, we are very much updated about. We don't need any outer sources to tell us what is happening here. We are very much involved in the organization and living here, and we know everything. So we don't want anybody intruding into our family issues and creating a hype about these things and spoiling the entire space. Basically, see, we don't want these things happening, and we are not okay with this. Absolutely not okay.
Yes, so don't bring up the issues. It's all like castor oil. Tomorrow, for example, after a week, if he's having a problem with his stomach, he will have a castor oil and try to remove it. So don't bring the human rights into it. Oh, instead of 2 times, he has gone for 4 times. I hope all the issues are like that. Okay, so I mean, it is very stupidity for me, right?
Yes,
You
yes,
know,
yes, yes.
this is a shitty issue. I wanted to put it politely. Like, yeah, I have a problem. I have a castor oil. Instead of 2 times, it can be 4 times. So don't make an audio out of that. Don't come and make it up. All this. Go to some channels and do that. This is absolutely not that. Yeah. So you handling. I mean, you are seeing the system for a long time. From you wanted to say anything on that?
As kids, how Swamiji is bringing them up in each and every ways. Actually, Swamiji is giving, when they take initiation of Bhautika Brahmacharya, first thing they are having is non-violence. That is
Non-violence.
ahimsa. Ahimsa, that is the first principle they live. And they are living and they are radiating to all the kids. And the parents they are into the space that what they are in the space of completion, they are transmitting to them. And I am seeing that actually the kids are becoming guru for the parents here.
Exactly.
In the Gurukul, that is the real thing happening. Whenever they are going through any low moods or any like in their life decisions, our kids are giving to the parents.
Absolutely, it's true
Yes,
with
for-
us. I can vouch for this. There are many times, not only for us. Many of our relatives have called him also, and take a healing and take kind of things. It's not. I'm not saying this as a proud, but this is a fact. Okay, it's not about that they know technicality of the life, but they know the space of it. What Swamiji has gifted them is a space, and with that they can clearly see it and beautifully guide.
Swamiji, actually you mentioned that in every other platform that Swamiji is giving his best to his kids.
Correct.
So growing the Balasana, that is in his Gurukul, it is reproducing himself in every one of them. So Nithyananda kids are getting produced in the Gurukul. So whatever he is having, just his first priority is giving to kids, and just he is happy and enjoying with and playing with all the kids. Every time whenever he is here, I am observing this. So I know you parents also actually so much of with the joy and excitement being here with the kids. As
Exactly.
one family we are living, there is no other business to interfere in our
family
our
and-
family issues. These people, the whoever actually creating this type of news, what they are up to, it is they are crossing their limits. And I want to give as a warning signal to them. So there is none other business to interfere in our private family.
Exactly. It's purely our private business, and we are aware about what's happening to our kids. And here we are staying as a responsible parents, and every responsible parent is connected and they've been well informed about it. So if you are thinking that you are taking care of us, shut all your mouth, and whatever you can shut it, please look your business.
Also, Sami, actually you can share see, many people call this place as cult as we are closed and we are not in connection. You can tell actually the Balasans, who all of us kids, we are very much in touch with our parents. They speak to their parents regularly. Can actually share, and many of the parents even come here to meet the kids.
Exactly, we have our
Exactly.
young parenting sessions regularly.
So as a parent, I want to say I have been never denied to meet him. Okay, absolutely, we are in a process. Whenever we need it, we always go there and meet him, and there is nothing called denied of these or that. It was not at all there in the last 9 years. And there are many times he came to our place, and the life is different for us now. Even for our life is whenever he comes, I take him for power manifestation, talking about Hinduism. That's the way we live. Okay, so there's nothing called vacation. For us, vacation is that we go to temple and start talking about what all things happen in Gurukul. That's an energy. That's the way we live our life. So it's not that we have been denied of any of things. Okay, so we absolutely know about it. What is that? So one more thing I wanted to inform about, the allegations they are talking that the cult part. Okay, the cult is, I mean, if you are calling this as a cult, you have so many cults in the world. For example, every institution is a cult. A school has certain kind of rules and regulations, so it is a cult. You can call it as a marriage institution is a cult. Every house, in a way, yes, every house has a cult, So what is cult? I mean, it's a funny, like, you have some 50 definitions. So you tell me all the definition, I can just pinpoint that. All other places also you have so-called cultism. Let me ask you a simple question. You want to make your kids an IIT passing guy. Would you be happy that he just sleeps for 12 hours? You want him to be the best swimmer of the world. Would you be, okay with, his trained coach is not going behind him for the tough teaching? Simple. You want to make your kid as a singer. Anybody want to perform above the average level, every parent is helping the kids. Or you want your kids to be athletic. You want your son to be cricketer. What all the parents do? So here we want to have this kid to grow in Sanatana Dharma. So there are certain practice for him, that's all. What else is there? So this is all being aware. Be aware about what are the things, and it is being acceptable by him as a kid, and he is equipping him. And whenever there is ups and downs, we are here to support him. We are here to give him a right context. Okay, and that always being supported by Swamiji. Swamiji will never stop any parents to interfere, in parents supporting them. Rightly, any parent supports, obviously he gives the full freedom. If a parent is taking his kids away from what the kids wanted to live this life, but the parents are against it. That's where the conflicts happen. And if the guy is major, he has all the rights to decide whether he wants to be with what kind of a life he wants to live on. I don't have any business for it. I can give him completely a context of why he has to continue. That's the only thing. So, please let's neglect or delete all the allegation of we are a cult, a closed cult. Absolutely, that's bullshit. It's not at all there. That's the point I wanted to make. Yeah, so these traitors, trollers, I understand you have a lot of time, know what to do, but here in Swamiji's organization we have so many things to do, and I strictly warn you, it's absolutely my family, business. We are with the kids, we are here enjoying as a happy family, and you don't have any rights to involve in this. We are absolutely informed about what's happening. We know how to handle it.
So we are not absolutely okay with this kind of audios and videos getting spread out into the media and outside. This is a family, this is our own family thing, and we don't want this to be put across like this, and we are absolutely not okay with this. This is none of your business. We are going to be definitely taking action on this, and rather already we have started police investigation on this. We are not going to be taking any such of crap for which you have done, defaming my son and sabotaging his career. This is absolutely not done. We are going to take action on this. Just this mind it, and this is just not okay with us. We are going to be really investigating this, and the needed action will be taken.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.